Welcome, everybody, to another live edition of our roundtable right here in our studios from Inside Out. I'm your host, Jay. Thank you guys so much for joining and watching another episode right here with us. This is a great place to get, educated on what's going on with our prisons, our system, and everything else in between. And if you have questions, comments, concerns, you guys can get a hold of us right now at the email at the ticker below, which is voicesfrominsideout@gmail.com. Make sure you guys fill that email out right, or I won't get it. And sometimes it even goes to my spam folder. So make sure you guys spell my email the way you see it in the ticker and the way I've been verbalizing it, or again, otherwise I won't get it. All right. So thank you guys so much for being in here. We got the chat right now. Let's see. We got Tin Man in here. He says, greetings. What's up? Hey, Tin Man, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here, my man. I appreciate you as always. And of course, we did have Tammy in here just a few minutes ago, and it looks like there she is. She came back. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a member of our team, Tammy, to the show. Welcome, Tammy. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Jay. How are you?
I'm having a beautiful week, as you know. I'm hanging in there. Thank you so much for being here. This is an interesting topic, and I'm glad you actually brought this to light because, believe it or not, I didn't even think about this, and I'm looking forward to doing this podcast tonight under this topic because it's so I don't want to say fruitful, but it's so necessary, because it's so fitting. So thank you for bringing this up.
Oh, you're welcome. It's just something that you and I've discussed a couple times, but never really thought to bring the light to it like we need to. It's really, there's a lot of people out here in the world that don't understand, and this could apply in any country, in any place.
Correct.
Any time and space, but a lot of people don't know how to properly advocate. And it's kind of like taking care of a sick person. You want to do your best to take care of them, but if you don't have the information, the proper information, what you might be doing can actually cause a lot more harm than good. And that's kind of where I'd love for us to get into this topic tonight, because I think knowledge is power. And so that is why the PowerPoint, well, it's not a PowerPoint, it's just basically a document, was made and created is to help others learn how to properly advocate. You've been doing it a long time.
Yes.
And
6 years.
I'm sure there's been times where you went, whoa, maybe I shouldn't have done this way. And exactly. I'm sure there's a lot of times where you went, okay, what the hell can I do? You get backed into a corner, and there's people that come to you for help or come to me for help. And I get want to help them, but they got to listen to what we advise. And if they don't, then.
Well, yes. And since you kind of came into this, I wanted to let you know that, being an advocate, obviously that's the topic tonight. And we're going to break down all the juicy details tonight on what a real advocate is and what, obviously what a fake one is. And believe me, Tammy, when I say this, because I've came to you, you've seen it firsthand. I've come to others with the issues and all the crap I've been through in the 6 years I've been doing this. And in the 6 years I've been doing this, I've seen a lot of advocates, if you know what I mean, say, oh, I'm an advocate this, advocate that, but then do the total opposite. Yeah. So, and I'm sure you can, to a certain extent, relate, because this advocacy thing, this whole entire, I guess you want to call it a job, hobby, career, whatever you want to look at it, is stressful at times. It's a dirty dang job. Not a lot of people can do this type of work.
Anybody doing anything with a prisoner that really gives a crap, like really truly is advocating.
Hey, Curtis, how you doing, my man?
Hi Curtis, it's not for the faint of heart. It
No.
is not a job for somebody that you
Well,
gotta put that alligator skin on.
It's very stressful, and
Yes.
it wears you out, and it puts a different perspective on you, who
Life.
you are as a character. You know what I mean, Tammy? And I don't know if anybody else has done this type of work or even touched it in some form or fashion, but you have to understand it's a very stressful, dirty job, and not, like I said, not a lot of people can do this type of work. And like I said, I've been doing it for 6 years off and on, and I want to clarify to people that are watching right now, and with you, Tammy, and everybody in the chat. I want to clarify that I do not, and this is merely my choice, and I'll tell you why it's my choice in more detail here in a second. But I don't advertise my work, and I think you can understand why I don't. A lot of people decide to do that. No, I know a few of them that are just go hun ho, and put it out there, but I don't, and there's a reason why I don't, because I believe true advocacy doesn't always need to be advertised. If you get my drift,
it's not about showboating.
It's not about, exactly my point.
What it is, okay, people. There are people.
No, I mean, that's what I'm trying.
I don't even want to call them people because I think they're disgusting.
Fair enough.
There are people that call themselves advocates. That, let me tell you, when I first started digging and investigating and trying to educate myself on the prison system, the court system, what I should do, what I shouldn't do, there's a lot of false misinformation and straight up, sorry, I know there's a few of you who don't like cussing. I'm sorry, I'm going to be raw, I'm going to be ugly, and I'm going to tell the truth.
Sometimes we got to do that.
I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. They're full of shit. Mm-hmm. They don't know what they're talking about, or they do, and they don't care that they're scamming people for money.
Hey, Trey Stone, thank you so much for being here, Trey. Sorry, go ahead, Tammy. I was saying hi to Trey. Then go ahead, Tammy.
Hi, Trey. But they go out there and they charge people for money. I got ripped for $7,500. Anybody ever wants to know about it? Come to me. I'll tell you.
Ouch.
$7,500. And it's an advocate supposed to be for his people, as he calls it. But he wasn't about his people. He was. Mm-hmm. He's a buffoon. He's an idiot. He's out there about the money and his nice high dollar suits and his nice driving Mercedes SUV and got this and TV cameras, this and that and all this bullshit.
And do you need all that?
No. If you're really advocating for a prisoner and you really give a shit about what happens to them, then you get down and dirty and you don't care what you got to do. You do what you have to do to help that person, because that's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have the idiots on there on TikTok and YouTube that are saying, go unalive this kind of people or unalive that. And they haven't thought one thing about maybe that person took the plea because they had no other choice, but they didn't do it. Like the people that have been unalived by the states and the federal government on death row, that they've turned around and said are innocent. So quit advocating that way. You're hurting the families that are trying to do it right.
Correct, Tammy. Correct. And that's not advocating. That's just being an ass. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be cussing, but I'm going to be raw tonight.
Yep. It's about money. It's greed. It's rotten. It's evil. It's dirty. You don't care that that person, and even the ones that did do something wrong, should their kids pay for their crimes? Should their spouse? Should their mother, their sister, their brother?
Correct, man.
You know,
right? Yeah,
go to hell.
Right, and think of it. Right, and you've seen, again, it's not about, and for just a back contents, guys, it's not about me. Okay, I'm not going to say that here tonight. It's not about me. It's not about JJ. What I'm telling you guys is, and Tammy can relate in a sense because she saw it happen to me. All right, and I've had advocates since Tammy's been on board with this team and this podcast and this network. She's seen advocates claim, quote unquote, that they're advocates, and then they personally attack me. Imagine that.
Yeah. So, I mean, like,
that's not an advocate. That's not an advocate.
Yeah, that's not an advocate. You're counterproductive. If you truly want to reform the major crimes, like I think there's some crimes people shouldn't even be in prison for. They need to be used.
I agree.
For other
Petty
purposes in society, that they just shouldn't even be in there at all. But
I
people
agree.
that they're the more high risk, whatever they want to say, criminals, your capital murder, your child crimes, the R word, all of the domestic.
Well,
what about, listen, this is
gonna,
what kills me.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you a question, Tammy, but go ahead.
Okay, so let's just say this is a scenario. So what do we do with the women? Because I have a family member, I'm not going to name names, who likes to put their hands, that's a female, likes to put her hands on her husband.
Oh, nice.
So when they do that, though, and the cops are called out here in Texas, depending on what city and county you're in. Now I'm being an asshole. It's always the man's fault.
Imagine that.
And it has taken centuries. And I'm not a woman hater. I have a lot of female friends. So let's not even go there.
Yeah.
But what do we do to advocate? And then what about the children that are being raised by mothers who are pimping them out, but they have a good father that could take them, but the state won't give them to the father, won't give father full custody. He's got to bankroll the whole thing to get that privilege. And then, it's like pulling hair to make mom have to pay child support. Listen, it makes no sense. This world makes no sense to me. We can get into genders and all that stuff too. If there are two men that are married that make a better fitting parent for a child, I have no problem with that. I want a child to be safe. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I agree.
Who the guardian or parent is.
Right. I totally agree. And again, that makes a great point, because again, you have to look at this thing from a bigger picture, Tammy, if you will. And advocacy, as you guys know, it's when I say dirty job, let me explain. It's a dirty job. Both
ugly sometimes.
Both your hands get dirty. You can't be like this. Oh, I broke a nail. I can't do this no more type thing. We can't be wimps. We got to be the ones, I'm just saying, we got to be the ones that stand up, and take it for the team, or take one for the team, or something along those lines. But my question I have for you, Tammy, which I'm going to ask you, because I'm going to ask everybody, not just Tammy. I don't want to feel like I'm just picking on Tammy. Love you, Tammy. Anyways, so in your personal opinion, what makes a great advocate? Because again, an advocate can't be biased or judgmental. That's for all of you out there, and you know who you are. A true advocate cannot be judgmental and biased. Because if you are, then you're not an advocate. See, when I'm an advocate, I've been doing this for 6 years, mind you, and I advocate for them all, even for the ones that most people don't like. Tammy?
You want to know who I aspire and like so much? Especially after watching the whole OJ story, and how much of that story is true or untrue, I don't know. I'll tell you what, Johnny Cochran's my man. Because know what?
I agree. Too bad that guy died. Rest in peace.
He had to say what about, because a true defense attorney,
absolutely,
who has a client, his job is to represent his client's best interests.
I agree.
To the fullest extent of the law.
Well, he was not. He wasn't biased and judgmental either, Tammy.
No, he was not. He pushed the envelope of things. He painted pictures. He was not always truthful. I'll tell you that. But I'll tell you one thing. One thing I'll say about that man. Sorry, Johnny. I know you're up there listening to us tonight. The thing is, he fought. He got down in the trenches and he fought. And if he had to pick up a wad of mud and throw it on somebody to get their attention and tell them, hey, you get down here and you get your ass in these trenches. You show me
Let's see.
otherwise. Let's get into this mud map.
Let's see. Right.
Because I got some dirt.
Let me see if you can do it. If it's so damn easy.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey,
Mark, what's going on, Mark? Thank you so much for being here, Mark. Go ahead, Tammy. Sorry.
Hi, Mark. He didn't go around just picking fights. Now, sometimes on edge, like tonight, I had to be a smart aleck. I love some of the advocates that I've gotten to know since Rick's journey in the Texas
that's awesome.
Department of Corruption.
That's what we need. Yeah, corruption. Absolutely, said correct.
And they just put out a new heat directive. It's 18 pages long, and it's a bunch of bullshit. So one of the things in there, it talks about that inmates having one of the directives in there, and this cracked me up. So I had to speak on it, of course.
Go ahead.
Was for them to have cooling towels and electrolyte drink mix.
Sure.
And I said, thank you for providing all this wonderful information. I love you guys truly, but I just have one question. And I know the advocate that posted it, she's probably shaking her head, but laughing at the same time. I said, and my question is not directed at you. It's directed at the state of Texas and TDCJ personally. I should have put feel free to pass it on, but it said, I can't make this shit up. It said, well, I just have one question. Who's paying for the electrolyte drinks and the cooling tower?
We did. Oh, I mean, God, that's just, yeah. What's up, Redemon?
And that's the whole thing right there. Like, Texas had a surplus last year. So where are my advocates? Where are all the preachers? Where are all the men and women preachers? Where are all the deacons? Where are all the community leaders? Where are all the senators?
Great.
The representatives, parts of Congress.
Great question.
That claim to be so great. I'm gonna call them all out. Judges,
where's all the big players at?
Where are y'all at? Oh, you're sitting in your cushy house with your air conditioning and your freezer full of ice cream.
Yep, correct.
Hey guys, listen. It's not a fun job. It's not even rewarding.
Well,
there are
obviously
bright spots in
this. Jeez.
I mean,
this is all out of pocket for me. It is.
It is. I've learned so much and just, gosh, how many questions did I used to ask you and Yo-Yo? Then, how many questions did I ask them and say, say that and I, hey, listen, so at some point, I just want y'all to understand, Jay, I really think you should stand up and point at yourself. I think the real advocate needs to stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up.
I think the real advocate lays right. I think the real advocate I think the real advocate needs to stand up. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I think you should.
I'm the real advocate. Sorry, off camera. I'm the real advocate. See?
So please stand up. Please stand up. All you at home.
Yeah, let's see you guys stand up now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Absolutely. Who are the real advocates? Please stand up. Please stand up.
Yeah.
We need to put a movement behind this. I am telling you guys right now, we need to push as a group, as a community, as the world. What people go through in there is less than even. Humanity is not a word in there.
No.
It's not a word. And you people out there tell them to do this, can I say the word, the CHOMO word? Telling them to harm people like that?
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere with that crap. Some of those men and women are innocent, number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, unless you're God, you need to shut up.
Well, and remember, I sent you that thing, and I'm not gonna glorify him because he's got enough attention right now, and I'm pretty sure you already took care of it on your end, which I appreciate. But I shared you a video, and this guy,
it's hate crime, folks. That's hate.
Well, it is absolutely correct. Hate crime, absolutely out the door. But what I'm saying is, I don't know the comment you see in the video. The guy's reaching out, asking for help. Now, again, I don't know the backstory. I don't know if that was just a made up thing or not. But again, the point I'm making here, guys, is if the guy's reaching out and saying, I got a problem with this, I got a problem with that, that's a turning point in his life, asking for help. And I think he actually asked the wrong guy. He should have came to me or you or somebody else if he would have found me. I would have set him straight and not told him I wouldn't have told him to climb a ladder and put himself in, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Anybody that wants to come in, and I'm speaking for you now, Jay, sorry, I'm going to kind of be bold out here. Anybody that wants to come into this podcast, into this group of people, the people out in the chat, the people that are here now, all the people I've come to love very much, I don't care if you're guilty or innocent.
That will be later. We will find out. We will find out later, Tammy, whether the guilty or the innocent is there. But the problem
is not my problem, though. It's not my
reaching out for help is right. Reaching out for help, though, is the issue that we want to look into the situation. Right.
Bingo.
It's not about guilty or innocent, really. Technically,
no. We want them to come in. We want to welcome everyone into the fold that want help, redemption, or has help to offer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is not our place to stand on this earth
and spread hate. No,
and absolutely. Spread hate and violence and spread crime. That's a crime. That is a crime in the United States. To
absolutely.
tell somebody to go out and be a vigilante. Mm-hmm. We're not about vigilantes in here.
No, I won't support that.
And people that are vigilantes are hurting people that are innocent. That the Innocence Project, ACLU, NAACP. I could go on and on and on about the several projects where they're going in and getting people exonerated that were never guilty, that took horrendous pleas. Because let me give you an example, Jay.
It's like that 14-year-old kid that died in South Carolina back in 1944, I think it was, or 43.
His skin was the wrong color. That's what his crime was.
That was a race thing. That's what that was.
It damn sure was. And that's what a lot of the crimes are. Okay, so let me tell you. So Rick's current cellmate, new one.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. This man didn't take a plea. He fought. He didn't take a plea. They offered him 5 years probation. He's Hispanic or Latino. He got 40 years in prison. 40 years, and he had a public pretender. Texas does not play. Please, folks, if you...
I understand, Trey. I understand, Trey, what you're saying. I'll hit on your comment just a second, Trey. Go ahead, Tammy. So there's a lot going on here. I got to try to keep everybody intact here. Go ahead, Tammy.
No, they're fine. You need to acknowledge them, definitely. But so this man is serving 40 years now. 40 years.
Ouch.
Because he didn't get the proper representation.
Thank you, Curtis. Well, and
you're screwed either way almost in Texas.
So it's like, hey, Tammy, it's like you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't scenario.
The only good thing is he can appeal, but you're almost, I don't know. We need to change. We've got to change something. We got to do something.
Well, this is like, again, you brought the key word here, guys, Tammy and everybody, is the word change. And we're at that time in our life right now where we can do it. This is our moment right here. We're in this is the voting year. So make sure before you go out and vote, you understand who you're voting for. Check their record. Check and make sure that if they're going to make promises, and I know this sounds wishful thinking, some of these politicians, if not damn near all of them, don't keep their promises. We are the ones that
we keep voting them in office.
And we vote them in, and then it's a bitch of trying to get them out. So let's do our homework. Let's do it right this time. This is our opportunity right here to bring solid change within our system. And we can't do it with all this rhetoric going on right now. All this negative crap. I hate the news right now. It's a lot going on. There's so much, I can't even do a podcast on a lot of the stuff that's going on right now because there's so much conspiracy theories and so much hearsay going on. I don't know what's true or what's not anymore. And everybody's doing for clicks, views, likes, subs, and money. Where's the truth?
The merch. It's about their merch.
I know, where's the truth? I know, but there's nothing wrong with making money. Don't get the wrong idea. But then yet, where's the truth in any of this?
I don't have a problem with anybody having merchandise like you do. I don't have a problem with anybody advocating and asking for donations to help people if they're out truly helping people. I know you help people.
I'm not doing it for Tammy, and I'm not doing it for the money. You can obviously see that.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot get behind that.
I know.
The few that want to scare people to death or talk about how tough they are or how tough they pretend to be, that they did this and this when they went in because they were a gang so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. You know what? You're scaring people. That's what you're doing. You're scaring people. You're scaring mothers. And then these kids that are impressionable that see you on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and all this shit are mimicking your bullshit because they want to be tough like you.
Yep.
And
monkey see, monkey do.
What you say in your little introduction, I want to be an example to my children, and I'm an advocate, and blah blah blah. And then what do you put on your channel? You put on there, let's go, come on, let's go get the pitchforks, let's go get the garlic, let's go get the fire on us.
There you go.
Let's go burn it down.
There you go.
Or
because they hurt
in a tree, or a
monkeys.
ladder.
Monkey see, monkey see, monkey do, Tammy. Monkey see, monkey do.
It's stupid. And people, what's wrong with you? You know what I said? I'm pretty sure I said it in one of our chats. People are not in a big hurry to go watch a show or a competition about people loving each other and hugging each other and being all fun and family oriented and all that. But we'll sure crowd up a damn bar for some UFC where they're beating the crap out of each other. We're just Rome all over again. That's what we are.
You know what it is? Everybody wants that gotcha moment. Everybody wants to be, I'm right. I win.
They're the one on the other side of getting their ass kicked and getting pummeled into the ground.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, and then that changes that whole perspective. And I know.
Or you find out that when they were in prison, they sat off in the corner. And none of the shit that they're talking about is real.
Right, absolutely.
Stop glorifying hate and violence, man.
It sells. It sells. And so it's hype and drama and everything else. It sells. Truth doesn't. And we'll never, but I have I don't know if you feel that.
Children are dying and people are dying because of it.
And I don't know if you know this, Tammy, but I feel there's a big shift going on in our big shift going on when it comes to truth. I think truth is going to finally have its day. The truth is coming out. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. They're even attacking. I don't know if you know who this is. It's all over my feeds. Mr. Beast. Have you guys heard of him before? Mr. Beast, the guy that goes out and helps. He's being attacked now.
Oh yeah, they're saying he's the Antichrist.
Yeah, that and some other weird stuff that I'm not going to get in here tonight. But again, it's just weird. People with power, people with money are the ones getting attacked a lot now. But anyways.
I have a question before we get into any of the other. I know you're going to do the chat, and then we have the information to share with everybody.
Sure.
I have a question for all of you out in the chat. What can you each do individually in your world with all the people you know, your friends, your family, your loved ones, your children?
Good question.
What can you do to counteract the glamorization, the hype, the money, and the celebrity?
And Mark said it right there.
Of that. Yeah. How can we turn this around, folks? How can we start bringing more love? What?
Yeah, I know
we do redeeming, but I'm saying, how do we bring more people into the fold? How do we get it out? Yeah, I agree with you, Mark, with Hollywood, but let me tell you something. They're sure getting raked over the coals right now. Nobody wants to hear anything a celebrity's got to say right now, or a musician.
Because you can't trust them.
Not too much, because all their dirty secrets are coming out. But what pisses me off is these judges, these senators, and these representatives. and these police chiefs and sheriffs, and I could go on and on. The people that run
it's a mixed bag of everything and everyone. Absolutely.
If we go in their closets and we just peep it open, I promise you shit will come falling out. Everything's stuffed in there. Picture that in your head. All their dirty laundry coming out.
But it's weird how it's all coming out now.
And it's a lot worse than ours. I promise. World Star and TikTok.
Yep. That's World Star is another one that advocates, or I don't want to use the word advocate. They just advertise a lot of violence.
I'm glad that you put that out right there with Trey Stone, because I'm right there with him.
Yeah.
About lawyers.
Let's see, lawyers. Yeah, right. Trey Stone said this, guys, real quick. I'm going to get in the data. Just bear with me, guys. I know I'm dragging on here. It says here, lawyers should not be legislators. No foxes in the hen house. I agree. Spot on, Trey. Thank you so much for that. And then Mark said this real quick. We got the wrong heroes in this country. The real heroes are the guys that go to work every day, do their pinchy job, keep the lights on, and put food on the table. Those are the real tough guys. Absolutely. I'm one of them. And he's one of them. You're one of them. Everybody in the chat's one of them.
Yeah. That's the absolute truth. We glorify bullshit.
Yeah, and nothing changed. Yeah, guys. Thank you so much, Mark, for that. You guys can see the comment there. But thanks, Mark, for your comments. Everybody, you're awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. Love and respect to every one of you guys. But let's go ahead and get into the chat. I want to show something on the screen. I got a few things I want to show, and we're gonna go through this stuff, and then we'll get back in the chat, and that will be our night for tonight for our roundtable. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the settings set up. I do have, real quick, I want to show you guys this, and that way it'll cut on the confusion, because I don't think a lot of people know what the definition of an advocate really is. Here it is. On your guys' screen, it says right here, coming from, of all places, Google. Now, again, you don't have to go by Google, but this is just a definition. You can do your own homework. Okay, and it says right here, I'll even play it so you guys can hear it.
Advocate.
Yeah, advocate.
Advocate.
Yep, and then down here.
Advocate.
Advocate. So obviously you know the two difference. Advocate. But anyways, an advocate is a person who publicly supports or recommends a particular cause or policy. Okay? And there's a laundry list, people. A laundry list of these type of people and who they are as a whole. So it's right there. All right? So we try to bring change to the system, and it's a dirty dang job. And I get tired of people telling me that I'm a fraud, I'm this, I'm that. Well, it's funny coming from somebody that's probably evidently not a true advocate if you got to sit there and make judgment calls on my work. So moving on.
Absolutely, and we're about education here. I am an advocate too. I don't.
Yes, everybody can be.
There's no reason for me to. I can jump on here with you twice a week. I work full time, and outside of that, I advocate for homeless veterans mostly. But I have helped many a felon. I had my own contracting business, and I hired felons in my restaurants that I had.
See, there's nothing wrong with that. I support you 100%, Tammy, for doing that, because felons deserve a second chance. And I'm glad you hire them, because you don't look at them at that. They're not a felon. They're a human being.
That's right. It's just another label.
Who cares what they are?
There's a whole lot of felons walking around that haven't been caught that do a lot more damage than the ones that are actually in. Trust me.
Correct.
I've met a few.
Mm-hmm. Correct. I'm hoping you guys can see this on your screen. If not, let me know. I'll zoom in a little bit real quick so you guys can see this. Just so, whoops, I went too far, I think there. That's perfect, I think, right there. But you guys can see on the screen, prison advocacy the right way. And believe it or not, there is. People say, oh, there's no real right. Yes, there is. If you know what you're doing, folks, then there should be no question. If you have doubts, then take a time out, get educated before you step into the mud pit. You're going to get dirty. It's going to get stressful. It's going to get hard, and you're going to want to quit. I know I've had all those feelings come over me.
Yes, me too.
All right, everybody. I'm not making this about me. It's a point. It's a principle here. Goals of prison advocacy. Did you want to read this, Tam, or you want me to do it?
I can do it. It's fine if you want me to. That's fine.
Fire away, please. Go ahead.
Advocating for prisoners involves a range of activities aimed at improving their rights, conditions, and opportunities for rehabilitation. Here are some of the steps to effectively advocate for prisoners.
Pay attention, guys, because this is crucial. If you want to step into this field, I want you guys to understand that there's a lot that goes into this. You got to get mentally prepared for this. If not, you can't do this. Fire away.
So the first step is to educate yourself and others.
Absolutely.
Learn about the criminal justice system, prisoner rights, and the issues facing incarcerated individuals. Stay informed about relevant, goodness gracious.
You're good.
Relevant laws, policies, and reform movements. Mm-hmm. This is so important, everybody, because things change state by state, and federal laws, things change, are constantly changing. They're sneaking laws in to
each state's different.
That have nothing
Correct.
to do with the package they passed or the bill. Mm-hmm. 2, raise awareness. Use social media, blogs, and community events to highlight issues such as prison conditions, sentencing laws, and rehabilitation programs.
Correct.
Share stories of individuals affected by the criminal justice system to humanize the issue. Now, for those of you that may have a female loved one in, there is a group called Lioness here in Texas. I recommend you just type it in, Lioness.
I think advocates. I belong to that. I think I belong to that group. Tammy, go ahead.
Because it's Marcy and
Yep.
I can't remember now. My goodness, I like the other one really, really well. But when they do their podcast, it's about the prisoners. It's all about them, because at the end of the day, we're wanting to support the individuals who are in there. We are not them. We do not live their life. We have to understand what they go through and empathize with their situation. Number 3 is support and collaborate with advocacy organizations. And this, I think there's a big pitfall here. Join or support organizations that focus on prisoner rights, such as the ACLU, Innocence Project, or local groups. Volunteer your time, donate funds, offer professional skills to these organizations.
Correct.
You know, you may think that you may be an accountant, for example, or a bookkeeper. And, you know, that may be something that your local prisoner advocacy group needs. Think about what skills, or maybe you're a web designer, or, you know, who knows?
Anything that you can do that you have a good skill set for is very helpful to do an advocate work.
Yes, and I think that these joining the other support groups and organizations, Jay, if I hadn't have been on my search and my journey, I would have never met Jay, and we would have never got together to be doing this every Wednesday.
And I would never met you. I would never met you, so I appreciate you. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you too. Number 4, engage in policy advocacy. Contact legislatures and policymakers to express support for prison reform measures.
Can I stop you right there, Tammy, for a second? I want to hit on something. So, ladies and gentlemen, what Tammy just read is very, very crucial and important in this time of line of work. And I want you guys to really pay attention to what she just read there. And I'll go over it again. Contact legislators and policymakers. Again, policymakers. You know who those people are. To express support for prison reform measures. Again, prison reform measures. Those are the people that we need to get a hold of. Not just your, yes, look, we can send emails, we can do this, you can get a hold of your governor, for crying out loud. But again, keep in mind, guys, there's what they call like a chain of command, in a sense. I'll use that. And you have to find the right group of people to make some type of a dent, or you're just wasting your breath talking to somebody that's not in the same belief, if you will, when it comes to this type of work. You got to find the right people that understand what you're trying to do, that want true solid change. If not, vote them out. You vote them in, vote them out. That's simple.
Take their power away.
They're worthless. They're worthless. They're wasting our time and our taxpayers. Tax money.
Take our power back. We have to.
Carry on. Go ahead, Tammy. Sorry.
Participate in public comment periods for proposed regulations or attend public meetings and hearings. Do not be afraid if you're going to advocate. Do not be afraid to walk out in public and speak your mind.
Absolutely.
Or to even talk. I met one of the best judges I've ever met in my life. Female judge here in Corpus Christi that was going to stand 100. Yeah. Of course, she got voted out of office because she was doing things the right way. She didn't play politics as usual. And she was 100% going to get me funded to build a homeless village.
See? Veterans. Oh, man. Wow. That's just... See, you got to get out there. You got to get out there. I got to get out of my office. I got to get out of my studio. Problem is, I have transportation issues. That's my problem. Or I'd be out there doing what this one said, right here. Participate. And I'm not saying I don't want to. Don't get me wrong, guys. I want to do this, but I just can't. I can't. It's too far to walk in this heat.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tammy. Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I understand. 5, legal support. If you have legal expertise, offer pro bono services to prisoners in need. Support initiatives that provide legal assistance to incarcerated individuals. We really, really need this. If you know a lawyer who wants to join the cause,
absolutely.
I am wanting to call for legislation of a bill. I am trying to get organized. Jay is with me. We are trying to I want to get a bill passed.
It's hard.
We stop having these entities self-regulate and be the complaint supply pipeline for grievances, for things that need to be taken care of.
Correct.
We have too many people that get unalived in there for
which shouldn't happen at all. Right. It shouldn't happen at all. That should not happen at all. Right. Correct. Go ahead.
Ever.
Sorry.
It shouldn't ever. And then number 6, this is very important. And this is something you can do just advocating just for your one person. You know, some of these things apply for just if you just want to advocate for just your loved one. But
which is fine.
Keep in mind, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not for everybody to jump in the ring. But visit and communicate with prisoners. You are all they have. You're their lifeline.
We are their voice.
Letters.
We are their voices.
Yes, we are. Write letters to prisoners to offer support and build connections with them. Visit prisons if possible to understand the conditions and provide moral support. A lot of people end up backsliding and go back to drinking on the inside or doing drugs because they have no support. They get clean and sober there in the county. They'll go to prison and their whole family has walked away from them once they get sentenced. And so then they have nobody and they're in there and they'll start reoffending and doing things.
Correct. You're right.
So number 7,
it's got to stop nonetheless. Go ahead.
Yeah, it does. Promote rehabilitation and reentry programs. My good friend Redeeming is working very hard with me and helping me, and John Doe, and there's several others that do help and work behind the scenes with us. Tim Men, a few of them.
I appreciate them all. I love them all. I respect them all. That's awesome.
Yes. And so we need to advocate for educational, vocational, and therapeutic programs within the prisons. Support reentry programs that help former prisoners reintegrate into society.
That's another big one for me. But if you want to talk about it, I can't. Go ahead, but I got something to say too.
No, I wanted you to say something, but remember that one that we did in Minnesota where they're doing those programs or Montana. It was Montana. I'm sorry.
I think it was. Yeah.
It was Montana where they're actually using the victim, not using the victims, but having the victims actually participate with their offenders and that means any crime. I'm not specifying, but anyway, where they're working together for a common goal to make people understand that their crime had a lot of impact on their family and putting a human face to what they did and holding them accountable.
Again, I believe what you said there, Tammy. I'm a full 100% supporter on healing the victim.
Yes, let's heal the victim and let's heal the person that perpetrated the crime, because
both of them.
Yes. Hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
Get that? Hurt people.
Yes. And we can stop it if we have a heart. Some people, believe it or not, don't have any heart.
You cannot teach love with hate and violence. It just will
not with being judgmental and biased. It won't work. Exactly. If you're like I said, if you guys, not to sound like a broken record, if you guys are judgmental and biased, this ain't for you. You cannot be an advocate. It won't work.
Yeah. Nope. All you're doing is creating more of a problem for those of us that are trying very, very hard to change a really, really broken system that affects all of us, by the way, because some people go in there innocent and they're really good people, and they come out of there very different, very changed.
I have.
And become criminals sometimes.
It changed me.
They're angry and they've lost so much.
It hardened me.
Yeah, it will harden a really good person, make them have PTSD and all kinds of stuff.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm going to be blunt and raw here tonight. And I'm sorry if I am, but I'm going to say this. When I went to prison, I was the, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, sorry kind of guy before I went in. When I got out, I'm an asshole now. I can be an asshole.
It changes you. It makes everybody feel terrible. And, there's no point in that. And listen, when you're out advocating, you do have a spotlight on you. And if you do things that hurt other people, that is going to...
You don't want that. You want to be truthful. You want to be honest.
Yeah, be honest, be truthful. Be honest with yourself, too. Like, if you notice there's a shift or a change around people around you, or you see something different, sometimes you have to take a step back and go, wow, was I being an asshole? Did I take somebody for granted? Did I do this? Did I do that? And kind of reshift your stuff and bring in, like Jay, and I'm going to put you on the spot, but like Jay coming out and putting himself out there and saying, okay, this XYZ happened, or I dropped the ball on this and this what happened. It takes a lot and speaks a lot of volume about his character as a person.
Well, it was hard.
He's willing to put himself out there.
It was hard to do.
To put it. Not everybody's always nice. I'm not always nice. I'm not going to lie. I'm not always nice. There's been times when I've lost my shit like you wouldn't believe.
I'm not perfect though, but Tammy,
I apologize when I'm wrong and I move forward.
Yeah. I make mistakes, guys. I'm not a perfect advocate or anything that pertains to this or what happened to me in my past. But I was pushed, believe it or not, guys, whether you want to see it or not. I was pushed, basically, in a sense, from all my haters and you name it on social media to, I guess, in a sense, put me out there. People wanted accountability. Fine. Screw you. I gave it. There it is. And on top of that, I even came out here recently and said, I'm sorry for not giving out the prizes for that show we did.
I was talking about. Like, you're
I know, and I'm sorry for that. Still,
something wrong. You do something.
I overloaded my mouth. I'm not going to lie to you, Tammy. I overloaded my mouth that night.
Yeah, and it happens. It was excitement of, wanting to do something and thinking that things were going to pan out a little differently than they did, And that's one thing I have to, and I want to say this because I don't get to say anything really, really great. But like my husband, I admire him, even though he's going through what he's going through. He's like, I'm like, I got to get on the show with Jay at 8 and stuff. He's like, well, you know what, babe, you go when you get ready and I'll call you when it's over. And, I appreciate what y'all are doing. You know what I mean? Like, it means so much to them.
That means a lot for me to hear that. Yeah.
Like when the lights went out over there because some moron decided to trip a breaker, and then the guards get pissed and they don't want to go flip the breaker back on, which wouldn't take them that long, but they don't want to do it.
Walk them in, John Doe.
They want to kind of teach them a lesson or whatever. The advocates stick their necks out, call up there and bitch and scream and holler, whatever needs to be done. We talk nice to them. That doesn't work. Then we all start writing them and harassing them. We go back and forth, and we just do what we have to do. Let me hurry with the rest of this real quick, Jay, and then that
Oh, I'm not, man. I'm trying. I got to get into the chat, but go ahead, Tammy.
Okay, so which one were we on? We did promoting the okay, 8, challenge stigma. This is a big one for me, and this is where I give a big shout out to Redeeming. Please put your spin out here in the chat for people how you feel about this. This one's for you. Work to change public perceptions by prisoners addressing stereotypes and misinformation. Highlight the importance of second chances and potential for rehab. And then number 9, organize and participate in protests and campaigns. I am not telling y'all to go out there and be mean and cause riots.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Join or organize peaceful. Emphasis, peaceful.
Yes.
Protest rallies and campaigns that call for justice and reform. Use petitions and letter writing campaigns to garner support for specific causes. You ever need a petition, just hit me and Jay up. I'll get it to you through Jay. 10, support families of prisoners. Offer assistance to the families of incarcerated individuals who often face emotional and financial hardships. Advocate for policies that keep families connected, such as affordable phone calls, visitation rights, and conjugal visits and family activities.
There you go. You hit that on the nail. I believe in all of that. We need all of that. That helps people.
By combining education, direct action, legal support, and community engagement, you can make a significant impact on the lives of prisoners and contribute to meaningful reform in the criminal justice system. You know, the loved ones, there's a lot of people like mothers and stuff that I see, especially over here, because we have very long sentences in Texas, and mothers and fathers pass away, and then only the siblings left, and it's already a strainful relationship with that loved one who's in prison most of the time, and there's a lot of feelings that go with that, so they do need the support on the outside, just like they do on the inside.
Right. Yeah. And again, you hit everything on the nail, Tammy. And I know I say that a lot, but man, I'm not going to lie to you, because it is true that you said everything that needs to be said, and that defines people what an advocate is or what an advocate should do. If an advocate's not doing basically almost dang near everything on that list, then you're not an advocate, and you need to sit the hell down and shut up.
Yeah,
I'm just going to keep it real. I told you I'm going to be raw on here. I'm going to piss off a lot of people that don't like my language, but I can't be silent anymore. And neither can Tammy or anybody else. We got to stop being this nicey kind of person. Do it respectfully, but keep it real. I'm tired of going, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. I see something, I'm going to call it out. I'm tired of being cushy.
No. All you supposed advocates, sit down.
You're not an advocate.
Go crawl back out of the hole wherever you came from. I'm tired of it. The ones that truly want reform,
you're making it bad for us. You're making it hard for you're making it hard for us.
Yeah, you are, and you're really making it hard for those people that you want to pretend to be friends, so they'll buy your friggin' products and your bullshit and get your numbers up on TikTok
for clout
and social media. It's all for about clout. Your showboating. You know what? They can't even do that. They're not allowed to showboat even in the NFL anymore. Go away. We don't want that shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to
come around. This new generation that's coming up, they're a lot of them are about being in tune to humanity. It's coming back around. We're coming back around with the love and there is a lot of it out there. A lot of people, we have this little core of people that like to pull on the things that are supposed to be taboo.
Correct.
Going out and unaliving somebody is very taboo in our society, right?
Well, there's been a lot of conversation. Yeah, there's been a lot of conversation, Tam. I don't know if you know this, with everything, even on the political spectrum of unaliving certain individuals. There's been a lot of talk about unaliving people,
and they're affecting our kids, and they need to stop.
Well, it's a national security problem. and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing these people get away with it. But man, if I said it, you said it. Oh, there goes my podcast and my channel. Bye.
No one wants to be a problem solver.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Each one of us
You're right, Curtis.
and we need to get 5 or 6 people under us, and get each one of them to get 5 or 6 people under them, and then we all need to come together and go, okay, you know what? It's kind of like prison, Curtis, if you remember. There's the whole mass of prisoners, and like, you think about how many guards, and even the warden, and you include all the administrative staff, and you can even throw in the medical staff. You
Correct.
still are like outnumber them 3 to 4 to 1. So if the prisoners could get their shit together, sorry guys, I'm going to call you what I say it. Get your shit together. If you want to really be treated like a human, which I'm sure 90% of you do, there's only the 10% that really need some serious other kind of help, mental, whatever.
Well,
so the gangs, the turf wars, the money coming in for the drugs, all of that crap, wouldn't you rather be able to just go in and do your time like they do over in, what country is it, Jay? Come on.
Oh, dang it. You got me.
Sweden. Where is it? Come on.
Norway. Sorry about that.
Norway. So wouldn't you rather go into a prison like that and actually get true reform? And
I think I need
to be a friggin' human being.
I think I need to
come back out and love your family, have a life, a good, sustainable, healthy, loving relationship with someone, and have a life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think I need to bring that up again. I think I need to bring that up again. And you made a great point. Norway knows what the hell they're doing over there. They got their shit straight.
They do. They know what humanity is.
Imagine if we
crime rates.
Right. Imagine if we applied that here. Well, maybe I'd be out of business. They wouldn't need me.
We're touching the hot potato and we're passing it out, Trey. We are touching it. It doesn't feel good, but we're touching it. We just have to. It's shiny. It's bright and it's hot.
Right. And right. And let's see. Curtis said this, and you hit on it early before we went into the other details. You said that they don't want they want to add more problems. That's not it. Curtis said no one wants to be a problem solver, and again, the reason why, because it's too much work. We're too lazy. Nobody wants to get in there and figure it out because it's too hard. They don't know what they're doing.
It's easier to spout out bullshit. Come on, let's be honest. Yeah, you can stand in the room and go, okay, I got your back, bro. I got your back.
Yeah, sure you do. And then when it's time to call you out,
you're on the side of the road with your flat tire and the "I got your back" ain't around, and they're not answering their cell phone. So you're out there trying to figure out on the side of the road what you're gonna do.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that one. I think it's a commercial or a video. I don't know which one it is. I can't remember. I came across it here just a couple days ago, where a good-looking woman was in the workout area or the gym. And this guy walked up and said, hey, do you need a spotter? Do you need help? I got a boyfriend. And she goes over and gets on the machine and starts to try to do a squat. And she needed help. The guy comes over. And the guy comes over and says, boyfriend. I mean, that's the kind of shit right there. Where's the boyfriend? If you got one, get him over there to help you spot. You get you see it? Can you picture it? I mean, that's the logic.
It is. It's crazy. Like, I mean,
same thing with this advocate. I'm an advocate. And then if you're an advocate, and then when you get called out, all you hear is crickets.
Well, it's like me. I'm like looking around every night when my phone's not ringing and I have no support. I have you guys. All day, every day. I know I can reach out to you, but the people that I thought that mattered in my life don't matter.
Right.
Because guess what? They're
backwards thinking
to be found.
Yeah. And I, like I said, I reach out to you guys if I'm in dire need for something. I reach out. You guys reach out to me if you're in need. I mean, it's a community. Believe it or not, this is a community. But what makes
action, Jay?
Shoot! Go ahead, Tim.
I want you to put up the new T-shirt design.
Oh,
and let's get a vote right now.
Bear with me one second. Go ahead and keep talking, Tim. I got to get it set up. Just bear with me. Go ahead and keep talking. Sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead. the narcissistic women, then all the men only want in their pants. Well, I mean, like, narcissists go on both sides of the fence. Men are narcissistic too, so it's both ways. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. But like, it's a little bit of showing love to everyone, and everybody's got, we got to focus on the positive, get away from these negative people, and start turning the spin right back around on, okay, I'm ugly, whatever. So are you. Okay, thanks, bye. Germany is putting the U.S. to shame. There is a German judge who's writing up for the U.S. human rights violations. Spot on. Yes. I've been saying that forever. We need to get a lawsuit going on, like, under international law. Our prisons here are bad.
I agree.
It's the please stand up. It's the please stand up.
Yeah. I know. I'm trying to. No, it's not you. It's not you. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here with this. So I'll do the share screen and see if this helps. I don't know if it will. Just bear with me.
Okay.
I'm going to do the share screen.
Get bonuses in pay in my state for every day they roll people back to prison. Yeah, because it's not prison, Curtis. I'm going to call it what it is. What it started out is what it continues to be, and it even says so in our
where is it?
That we call such a great piece of work and articles and things. Is John Doe in here?
Sorry, it's just me.
So
I don't know if this
they are. It's nope. Slavery. It's slavery. It's called slavery.
And can Texas, you see it? Can you see that, Tammy?
Where it's like 80,000. Looks like a stairway. Let's run down the stairs.
Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways,
yeah, they're all slaves now. I mean, like, they were slaves back then. They're still slaves now. And so anyway, what happens is, to be honest with you, what happens?
All right, I'm going to do something
slavery different. State of Texas. They have them make their own shoes. They make shoes for prisoners, and we sell them to other states and our own people. Like me as a wife, I buy my husband's cup. It's made in Texas by prisoners. So I'm buying them something they could give them for free. And I'm buying a lot of the products that are on their commissary, that these big companies, that's where the real money is. And I'd love to see how many senators. Yeah, it was up. Put it back up. You got
that was it? Okay. I want to make sure I had the right one. I was toying around, but there it is, guys.
That's the new t-shirt logo for Jay. Guys, we can't say it any more plainly. You know what Jay does, research. What I do, research. Advocates are educated, knowledgeable, and they're putting it out there. I'm just going to say, hey, he's a real advocate. So please stand up with us in support. Get you a cool shirt. People will notice it. They'll ask you about it. And then you can start advocating. It'll start a conversation.
So
can you find when you're done with that one? There's one that John Doe put that's very important.
Yeah, I'm going through the chat here real quick. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, but I wanted to say real quick, guys. I'm sorry, Tammy. I wanted to say real quick, guys, that I need you guys to put your vote in the chat and tell me what you guys think about that new T-shirt design, and let me know, because I'm going to be if it's a go, I'm going to put it up and see if it'll work. Let me know if you guys like it, or if you have another T-shirt design, whatever it may be. Get a hold of us, voices from insideout@gmail.com. Get a hold of Tammy and let us know what you want to see that will look cool on a T-shirt. I need your help. Go ahead, Tammy.
Oh no! Let me find it. It was one for John.
I'm behind.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. It was about something about a law. I know for a fact we got more than a lawsuit going on, but I can't comment any further. Whatever it is, John, you know me. I'm ready to push. Whatever I need to do, I'm here.
And John, if you can hear me, John, just like Tammy said, whatever the lawsuit is, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for whatever it is that you're doing. I'm glad that you're doing this to open awareness and bring this to light. You got my full 100% support nonetheless. So again, John, thank you so much for your work there.
While you're looking for, let me see. There's another one.
Keep us updated, John, on that too, please.
Paid $50 for a headband radio.
Yeah, that was in prison.
Yeah.
$150 for a 13-inch TV. Wow. That's ridiculous.
Rick's still in intake. Can you believe it?
And I want you guys to understand something. I don't know how they come up the prices on this stuff, because in Walmart, a 13-inch is less than that, way less than that. I don't understand why they got to charge an arm and a leg for a small, rinky-dink plastic TV.
Well, it's the same thing with the visitation and where they put prisoners and da 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 da.
It's ridiculous. It's price gouging.
Yeah.
Major profit.
And then it's like, what do you call it?
Yeah, that's true.
Goodness.
Curtis said he wants a coffee mug. All right, I'll send you the link.
That way.
Hey, Curtis, I'll send you the link if you want the coffee mug, and go from there. But I know you're a coffee person. I'll hook you up, Curtis. I'll give you the link to that. Curtis says not a t-shirt yet. Not at a t. I'm not sure what he meant by that. But yeah, I have, while time you're doing whatever you're looking for, I'm going to go ahead and find my website and show it up on the screen so everybody knows what it looks like. I'll put the link in the chat tonight too, as well, before we head out.
Yeah.
I'm already over my time. I'm over my time anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right. Bear with me, guys.
We're always over the time. We talk too much. We stand up
it's
too
important.
much.
That's very true. It's important to talk though.
We stand up too much.
But I get to the point where I'm tired of talking.
I may have to send that to Eminem and ask him if he'd get behind that design and
okay. Fair enough.
Push your stuff. Hey, never know.
Let's see, where am I at here?
Look at Lawyer You Know's channel. He'll be keeping everyone updated.
Yes, I'll do my part on my end, guys. You know I'm pretty good at that. I do what I can anyways.
Do you have a link for that, John Doe, or does anybody have a link for that lawyer's channel? So we can get behind them and support them as a big group. Thank you, Brandy.
What is going on with my computer right now? Just bear with me, guys.
Trey, here in Texas, we make our own stuff and then we resell it to the families. And the prisoners do not get paid. They do not get like the time served credit for whatever. It goes away because what they do is they'll slap them with a bullshit fake charge and they'll lose all that time credit. So they go back to square one. So like everything they make.
Brandy got in here from X and said, I like that shirt. So Brandy's on cue or on spot when it comes to the shirt. So if you like the shirt that you just saw with that new design, I'll make it and I'll send it out as soon as I can. So stay in tune with me, Brandy, and I'll keep you updated on that. I haven't made it yet. That was just the design.
So yeah, that Luke Noy. Commissary buys the cheapest stuff but sell to profit from looting the trust fund. That's what I'm saying, Trey, man. In Texas, we make our own stuff and resell it. They have a shoe shop. They actually make their shoes. And that's one of the skilled trades that they learn when they're in there. They're shoe shop guys. They make utensils. They make cups, plates, bowls, and they sell them to other commissaries in other states. How do you like that?
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get out of here, as you guys can see, here's my website. The link will be in the chat. Make a copy of it so you guys have it so you can go over there later, because it's hard to give it to you later when the show's over. Make sure you guys look at it like this. It's yellow. You can't miss it. So here's what I have right now, guys, on my list, and you'll be seeing the new one here shortly once I get a chance and some free time to make it. Imaginette t-shirt. You guys know what that's about. I do a lot of Imaginette segments on this channel, especially on Man's Night. If you like Imaginette, there it is, $15. Beanie with the logo from Inside Out Network. There it is, $30. I know it seems steep, but it's because of what it is. I don't make the prices, guys. Just keep that in mind. Here's the coffee mug. It's a sleek black canvas mug. It's $14. All right, guys, and here's for winter's coming. Winter's coming. Again, I will change the logo and make another one, not just with this brand on it, but I will do that one design you saw earlier tonight. This one's basically $40, but it's a hoodie. It's heavy. It's ready for winter. There you go. If you guys like stickers, you collect stickers, you're an advocate when it comes to any type of stickers. Here's your chance to grab one for $9. Here's a water. If you like water, it stays cold. There you go. Here's a water container. Here's my T-shirt, guys, for $15, and the hat, which you see here too, from Inside Out logos on there. I can change it and put something else on there if you want. Let me know what will fit. Let me know what kind of design you guys want to see on this stuff, and I will go from there. Anyways, the hat is $26. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take the link. I'm going to copy it now, as you guys can see. Hit copy, and I'm going to come over to the that was weird. Come over here, and I'm going to put it in the chat.
Ducati girl, if you have that link, or could you share the link? Maybe.
There it is, guys.
There's the link for Jay's shirts and his merchandise. I mean, coffee mugs. Who doesn't drink either hot tea or coffee or hot cocoa?
Cold or hot. I got both.
Whatever. And then he's got the water bottles, and then he's got the, you drink a protein shake. You can throw it in the water bottle, shake it up, and go.
There you go. Take it out there in the field when you do advocating work.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Thank you, Tammy. You said this. Just want to say love you all, and thank you for standing up with us. You are all MVPs in my eyes. Thank you, Tammy, for that nice, kind words.
I mean it. I feel that way. I love everybody.
Yeah, I have the same feelings,
we have
guys.
A great bunch of people out here and doing some hard work and doing some stuff and sticking their necks out there.
Well, again, and guys, I use a lot of. And guys, listen, it's not just about the T-shirts and the merch. I'm not here about making money, but I want you guys to understand. I use my printer a lot. Paper and ink is what I need most of. Staples, pens, office material.
Thank you, Ducati girl. Appreciate that. You're awesome.
Thank you, guys. So I use a lot of stuff. A lot of material goes out. All right. So with that being said, again, guys, for you guys' information, there's the link. Copy it, share it, do what you got to do. Put it where you need to have it safekeeping, and head over there right now if you can and show your support. The last I heard, this is Trey Stone, said the last I heard from Oakdale was in trouble for having 1 mile or a minute in the trust fund. 1 million. I'm sorry, 1 million. Wow, that's must be nice. And the Gotti girl, I'm sorry, I didn't even see you in here. I apologize. Welcome to the show. No matter, it doesn't matter if you're late. We don't really have a time limit here. It's okay.
So put the link in for the show for the lawyer that John's talking about, so that we can give them some love on their thing, on their podcast. And one of the shows that I was talking about, one of the podcasts, I don't really have it all up, but it's called On the Reckyard Webcast. So if you want to hear some about some women, it starts before Jay and I, like at 6:30, I think, somewhere in there, Central Time.
The Gotti girl, I made you a mod, so now you can post links and stuff. Go ahead. Just let you know, the Gotti girl. I noticed that you were trying to evidently try to send something. I'm assuming you're trying to send something. You can do that now. I made you a mod, so you'll see a wrench next to your name. That means you have a little bit more leeway on my channel. So go ahead. Just let you know, the Gotti girl, you are now, a mod like everybody else. Okay. Let's see here. Did I miss something here? Okay, there's that. He's got Karen Reed in the Black Swan trials. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see how the Scott Peterson's coming. John said Scott Peterson's coming back up, and the Tupac face went interesting on the ball.
Yeah, it's weird that these people are starting to come back in the limelight again, Tammy. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Well, it's time around, and a lot of them have done appeals and stuff like that. So,
right. Let's see. His name is Peter Tragos. Surname spelling may be incorrect. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at the chat, guys. Bear with me here.
She put the link. Anybody said if you want that link, go ahead and get it.
Okay, there we go. There's the link, guys, from the Gotti Girl. Make a copy of it. Redeem it. Anybody in the Google chat, can you guys save that for me? I can't do it right now. I'm on this. Is there a way you guys can save that link? Tammy, can you save that link and send it to me later? I don't know if Tammy, can you hear me? All right. I must have lost Tammy, I think. That's interesting. All right. Well, I lost Tammy, I think. Tammy, if you need to come back in, try to. If not, I'll stay in a little bit longer and we'll discuss a few things. But anyways, again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys can hear me okay. There's the link from the Gotti Girl. The Gotti Girl, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. She also said I got a couple of red ones, a black one. I'm assuming you're talking about I don't know what you're thank you, John Doe. Appreciate that. The Gotti, I don't know if you're talking about my merch or something else on that. But if you did do something with my merch, I appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you, Gotti. The Gotti Girl said, just search channel name. Okay, well, we got it copied now. We have it, so it's all good, even if I lose it somewhere. Okay. His dad is also a lawyer and comes on as well. Awesome. Okay. Tammy, I lost you. If you want to come back in, please do. The link's there in the pin chat. John Doe said this. I'll send it in the chat. John Doe, thank you. I got it. It's saved now. Thank you so much for that, John. Oh, okay. I got you. I understand now. I must have missed it somewhere because the chat's going, everything's time delayed over on my end. So I do apologize if I'm late to the party. But yep, somebody asked what color my bike is. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate the information there. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, comments, concerns, I might get out of here, but then I don't know if I want to. I'm having too much fun. There's 22 people in here. That's amazing. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? Let me know. Again, the link to my store, again, guys, is right here. There it is. I'll even pin it. It's pinned now. You guys can't misplace it. It's from Inside Out Network LLC, shop fourthwall.com. Make sure you guys go over there and check out what you want. I'm not asking for $1 million here if you get my drift, but I do ask for what you guys can for support because, again, it helps this cause and it helps me do what I do off the side that you guys don't see. All right. So with that, you also can become members too. If you want to become a member on my channel, there's the cheapest level, which is $2.99. That's $2.99 a month. If you guys can do that, go to my channel right now, which you're watching me live, and hit the members section and hit the join button and join this podcast and show your support there. I greatly appreciate it. Stand by, Tammy. I'll put it back up. Stand by 1 second, Tammy. There you go, Tammy. I put it in the chat. You should see it. Hit that and come on back up. John Doe said it's white, I do believe. Okay, thank you, John. The link is in the chat. Tammy, can you see it? All right, here she comes back up. Welcome back, Tammy.
Yeah, I
Can you hear me, Tammy?
hear you.
Oh, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you, but that's okay. I guess.
Wow.
That's weird. Let me get out and come back in. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'll be here.
I don't know why it's doing that.
All right, she's having technical issues. Curtis said, how do I order your merchandise? You got to go to the link that's in the chat there, Curtis. If not, I'll try to send it to you. The link to my merch again is right here in the chat. There it is. I don't know if you can see it, Curtis, but there it is. It's pinned in the chat. Hit that link and it'll take you right to the store. Here's Tammy coming back up. Welcome, Tammy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Tammy?
I am not hearing you. It's weird.
I can hear you. I can hear you. No.
So I have no idea what you're saying. I'm going to get out. I'll just type in the chat.
All right.
I'm good. Bye. Love you all.
Bye, Tammy. Take care. I don't know what's going on. Tammy can't hear. She's having technical issues, but nonetheless, there you guys go. All right. So with that being said, Tammy, thank you so much for all you do. I wanted to give a shout out to you, even though you're having technical issues all of a sudden over there on your end. I know what's going on. There's been a lot of problems lately with a lot of tech issues. A lot of, there was a blackout. I believe it was Google that blacked out on everything. I don't know what's going on with that, but nonetheless, we got a lot of weird things going on in this country right now, and a lot of it's concerning. But anyways, there's that. Trey Stone said prison reform is an economic voting issue besides a social one. I agree, absolutely. All right, Curtis, thank you so much for being in there. Find out what works for you, and please, by all means, let me know if you're going to order, please. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much for showing your support nonetheless. Well, I think that's going to cut it for tonight's podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I do appreciate every single one of you getting in here and being part of the show. As you guys know, tonight's topic was crucial to talk about. It gets shoved under the rug a lot more than you guys realize. And I got Tammy coming back in here real quick, see if we can get Tammy. Tammy, welcome back. Can you hear me, Tammy?
No, it's not working. Something's going on. No. Okay.
I'm sorry, Tammy.
Because I could hear you for a minute. Made me do a commercial. So, yeah.
All right. Bye, Tammy.
Bye.
All right, guys. I do apologize for that. Anyways, the Gotti girl gets in here, and that's understanding it. That's understanding. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And Curtis said this. I asked because I'm going to order something next Friday. Okay. Thank you, Curtis. I appreciate that. If you have issues tonight or whatever, I'll send the link in a private chat. I'll send it to you that way if you have an issue with it. All right, Curtis, thank you so much for considering, though. Nonetheless, I appreciate you. But anyways, back on point, guys, real quick. Here, my closing arguments is this. If you guys come across an advocate that says they're an advocate and then all of a sudden they're not and they do something negative or something along the lines, then they're not an advocate and they're just blowing smoke up your butt. Make sure you pick and choose your friends wisely. Make sure you pick people that actually are advocates, that are actually ones that want to do something and do something for the cause and not for the other issues such as money, clicks, views, likes, subs, you name it. Okay, because that's not about that. I don't care about the fame or the money or any of that nature. Even if I don't sell anything, I'm happy. The bottom line is this. You want change? I need all of you to stand up on my side and bring the change to this very corrupt ass system. I can't do it alone. All right. So regardless if all this comes out of my pocket or not is irrelevant. But if you can, there's no obligation. There's no pressure. If you want to become a supporter, please do what you can. All right. And do what you can. And now if you come across hate crimes too, guys, listen, if you guys come across hate crimes, report it. Okay. We're in a very bad situation where these people need to be held accountable for their hate crimes. Hate crime is illegal in this country. All right. And Curtis says, how much do you get from me getting your merchandise? I get a small percentage, Curtis. So like, for example, I can't remember what it is. Say like, for example, if you bought a sticker from me, I think the sticker is $9. I think I get like $2, $3, or $4 out of that. They got to get their cut. It is what it is. And then Tammy said this, please start reporting hate crimes. Absolutely. And Trey Stone, any chance for a custom 4x5 shirt, Jay? You know what? I'm going to find out if this store has your size, Trey. I'm going to keep you guys updated. You know my email. I wish I could call you on the phone. I don't know if you have a phone, but anyways, email me your info and whatnot, and I'll go from there. I'll send you the link, and you can search around on there and see for yourself if they have your size. I can't guarantee if they do or not, but I'll keep you informed. John said this, those who can save to travel for a peaceful protest, absolutely, we need to do that. Absolutely, I agree. Everything costs no matter what. Travel for what, John? That's what Curtis' question is. And then Trey said, vigilantism is a crime too. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. Wannabe superheroes are no place in this country. You want to be a hero? Do the right thing. All right? Don't do anything that, goes against the law just because you don't believe in it. I won't support you. I will support people that bring change within the system. It is what it is. Thank you guys so much. Every single one of you guys that were in the chat tonight, you know who you are. Thank you guys so much for doing what you're doing and showing your guys the support. Again, if you can't buy merch, at least check out my members area section where you get extra perks and all of that right here on this channel. That there's the cheapest is the $2.99, and then it goes up from there depending on what you want to do. $2.99 is not that bad. It's it helps the channel out enough, and it helps buy paper, ink, and what else I need for my printer to keep doing advocacy work. It is what it is. But anyways, there we go. And then real quick, before I bounce out here, John Doe said this, report anything that harasses or incites against sex offenders. We're taking away their registry. Absolutely. That's bomb as heck. Truth of Tam said, we cannot let others who are vigilantes and just disgusting. People call themselves advocates. No support there. Absolutely. I won't support wannabes. You're either in or out. All right, a lot of channels have my Vimeo. It is so costly to set up. It seems it helps circumvent YouTube's cut. Yeah, I know. YouTube always has to get their cut, don't they? But no matter what you guys do on my end, before I do any changes, right now it's YouTube right now, guys. And if you guys can spare what you can, it's much appreciated. Nonetheless, thank you guys so much for your support. Even being in here is important. And then with Curtis, last thing, Curtis said this, I thought of going to another channel. What channel are you talking about, Curtis? Are you talking about leaving mine? I hope not. Anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll talk to you guys later. And again, we got Man's Night coming up this Friday. Don't miss it. Great topics, great conversation. And I love to get in the chat with you guys and mingle and talk about whatever. Okay, so again, don't miss Friday's night, Man's Night. With that being said, I'm your host, Jay. I will see you guys this coming Friday on Man's Night. With that said, good night, everybody. Take care. Peace.